Okay, so we need to find that answer for Hotchkiss. But first, let's go to the room. Use our key card. We're in room 205. And some peace and quiet because Dexter fixed our radiator and he left behind this little oil can. So we will be using that oil can on the lever that is in the basement, but it's like in the elevator shaft. So we'll do that in a second. First, let's call some friends. Let's see if Ned is available.
Hello?
Ned, it's me.
Well, you're a sound for sore ears. Bess called me and told me your vacation is rapidly turning into another mystery. So who do you think the vandal is?
I really don't know. It would help if I could at least imagine a motive. But why would anyone want to vandalize a beautiful old library?
There must be more to it than meets the eye. Sounds like you better find a way to get in there and take a look around.
Are you ready for a crazy coincidence?
Only if it's a crazy one.
Ezra Wickford also imported the library, and it seems that he bought it from the family of Jean Leboeuf, the revolutionary commander who captured Marie Antoinette when she was trying to escape from France.
You're kidding. So Wickford imported Marie's tower and her enemy's library?
Exactly.
Doesn't Leboeuf mean the cow in French?
Actually, I think it just means the beef.
Well, in any case, I bet the guy would be happy to know that his library ended up in the heart of America's Dairyland.
Bye, Ned.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
How's it going, Nancy? Are things calming down around the castle?
Not unless you find it calming to climb out of a stuck elevator.
What do you mean stuck? The elevator broke down?
Well, that's what I thought. Until I talked to Dexter, who said it was probably the power switch in the basement.
But, Nancy, how could the power switch just go off while you were in the elevator?
Maybe someone turned it off. But why?
That's what I'm wondering.
How did you climb out anyway?
I climbed through a hatch in the roof of the cab and just barely made it up to the next floor.
So you were standing on top of the elevator in the open shaft? Way up high? Ugh, just the thought of it makes my stomach do somersaults.
Anything interesting in the elevator shaft?
Just a metal ladder leading up to this ventilation duct or something. Nothing unusual, except that the cover for the duct looked like it was about to fall off.
Maybe someone needed to inspect the duct and forgot to replace the grate?
Or maybe the duct leads somewhere, like to buried gold, or a hidden...
Bess, that was Nancy's last case. She's in Wisconsin now, not San Francisco.
I met my ski instructor, Jacques Brunet. He sure is French.
Ooh la la, those accents should be illegal.
I hate to break it to you, Bess, but he's engaged.
Now there's a real crime.
Right, Bess. Humanity is devastated.
I'm trying to meet with Professor Hotchkiss to find out what was stolen from her room, but she won't open her door to discuss it.
That's odd. I wonder what she's so nervous about. I'll bet she's hiding something in her room.
Like what, Bess? The elephant that trampled the library? She's probably just a little freaked. I mean, if her room really was robbed, you'll find a way to make her trust you, Nancy. I'll bet Bess's last slice of pizza on it.
Hey.
Wickford wrote Dexter a farewell poem before he died.
The inventor of chocolate milk was a poet, too?
Yum, I could write a poem or two about chocolate milk.
It says that he hid some sort of luck charm for Dexter to find.
Where?
Something about his old thinking spot somewhere out in the garden. Funny, but I didn't see any garden when I came in.
Well, you can't exactly tiptoe through the tulips when they're buried under 6 feet of snow.
Never mind my cheeky cousin over there, Nancy. When the storm passes, you should go out and see what you can find.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
Okay, so now let's go... Well, first let's try to find the answer to Hotchkiss's question. We hear more banging sounds. So That's a little odd. Okay, let's go. So I think the question was, how many days before her 38th birthday was Marie Antoinette executed? So we need to know the date she was executed and the date of her birth. I think one of the answers is in this book. Okay. July 14th, maybe? Actually, wait, that's when... Attempt to escape Paris. Okay, maybe it's not in here. I'm not sure if July 14th is the right date. Oh, Dexter's gone. Perfect timing because we need to get back into the library so we can find his key here. That's the key to the library. And we have the code, so we should be able to get back into the library without crawling through the vent. Keep searching. Keep searching. So he's definitely trying to find something. I think that's all we can look at here. Okay, let's go to the library. And remember, the key or the library code is 3*72. So 3*72. Okay, so let's check out the book here. I don't remember if it said anything about... he was a close friend after Antoinette's execution. Yeah, this does not have the date of her execution. Wait, but does it say anything about her birthday? No. Okay. So that book is not helpful. Maybe this book? No. Hotchkiss wrote that book. Just realized that. Okay. There's a book over here. This is about the portrait. Yeah, still no dates. Oh, that's not going to be helpful. Okay, I'm not really sure how to find the answer to this question. Now, I know that the answer to the question is... Well, I know what the answer is, but that's because I have it written down from a past playthrough. Can't talk today. But I don't know, I don't remember how I found out the answer. I don't think there are any other books in here that I can look at. Okay, well, since we're already in here, let's try to, get in that grate in the floor. So the reason why you have to put...
It's stuck.
sorry. Okay, you have to put the elevator at floor 1, I think, in order to do this. Because if it's on floor 2, it falls on you, and if it's on floor B, it's blocking the way, you'll see. So let's unlock the lever with the oil. So if the elevator was on floor B, it would be right here, and we wouldn't be able to get here. So this is the door we want to get through. If you open this door, that takes you to the basement, like right in front of the ski area. So to open this door, it's a classic Nancy Drew game puzzle. You click each of these until one stays open, and then you have to figure out the order. I'm really bad at this. There we go. Okay, it's a secret entrance, and we can hear sound of sawing. If we go up that way, that will take us back to floor 1, so we don't want to do that. Let's keep going forward. Jacques!
Nancy, what are you doing here?
Don't you think I should be asking you that question?
I can explain, Nancy, but please, don't tell anyone that you found me here. If I get sent back to France, my fiancé will give up on me, and I will have let down my family again.
How can you expect me to keep quiet while you go around destroying the castle? If you're willing to saw through this gate, then you must be the one who wrecked the library too.
Nancy, I had nothing to do with what happened in the library. I swear, the tower holds a valuable French historical document. If I can find it and return it to France, perhaps I can make up for my failure at the Olympics.
What kind of document?
The tower first belonged to the Château Rochemont in France. When Ezra Wickford bought the tower, my great-grandfather was the master carpenter in charge of dismantling it and preparing it for shipment. One day, when he was working alone, he found a secret compartment in one of the walls.
A secret compartment?
Inside, he found an old journal with a royal crest on the cover and a medallion with a strange blue stone in it. But he heard other carpenters coming, so he hid the medallion in his pocket and sealed the journal back in the compartment. Before he could get back to study the journal and return the medallion, the tower was dismantled and shipped to America. He never learned who the journal belonged to or what it said.
Why didn't your great-grandfather tell anyone about his discovery?
He thought if he told his story, Ezra Wickford might get angry, accuse him of interfering with the project, and try to ruin his name as a carpenter. So he kept quiet.
But he told you this story?
I was his only great-grandson. On his deathbed, he gave me the medallion and told me the whole story. He begged me to come here to Wisconsin to find the journal and return it to France.
You must feel a real sense of responsibility to carry out your great-grandfather's dying wish.
Oh yes, of course. But it's not just for my great-grandfather. It is for France. The journal bore a royal seal. It must have belonged to Marie Antoinette, because she used to visit the tower during the Revolution. So perhaps it contains her confessions, or perhaps it contains proof of her innocence. Either way, the contents of that journal could change French history forever.
But how do you think the medallion fits in? What's its significance?
I have no idea. I believe whoever hid that journal must have left the medallion with it as a part of their message. But what? Nancy, do you think you could help me? Let me show you this medallion, and maybe you'll be able to tell me what it's for.
I might be willing to help you, but you have to tell Christy everything. I'm sure she'll understand, and then you won't have to sneak around in the middle of the night, haunting the castle with that screeching hacksaw.
Okay, Nancy, I see your point. I will explain everything to Christy Lane as soon as possible. Now will you help me? I think this medallion will interest you, and maybe you'll have some idea what it's for. It's in my locker. Will you go get it while I take care of something? The combination is 2665. I'll meet you in the locker room in a minute.
Okay, Jacques. I am intrigued. I'll see you downstairs.
You are the best, Nancy.
That's what they tell me.
Okay, so we can get the medallion from his locker.
It's locked. It's locked.
First we need a key, which
It's locked.
none of our keys work. I'm gonna take that for later. And, oh, yeah, that was him trying to get into this area, so. Okay, let's go meet Jacques at his locker. Okay, so Jacques, he said it was 2665. It's a love note. Well, actually, seems like his girlfriend or his fiance is a little annoyed with him. So it seems like he's looking for money. And he didn't really tell us the whole truth. U.S. Immigration and Naturalization Service. Your visitor's visa will expire within 1 month. So maybe that's why he wants to marry her, because his visitor's visa is expiring. And he has a pamphlet on diamonds and the cuts. So kind of suspicious maybe, or maybe he just had that because of the ring he gave his fiance. Okay. Here's the medallion, so let's take it. It has a blue gem. And Nancy gets hit on the back of the head.
Ouch. Oh, someone must have knocked me out. Headache headquarters. Nancy here.
Nancy, it's Jacques. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't really know what happened. I opened your locker like you said, and then it was lights out Nancy.
But you do have my medallion, right?
They didn't find it when they picked me up off the floor?
Oh la la, you can't be serious.
I'm sorry, Jacques. I know how important that medallion was to you.
This is too much. Oh la la. Unbelievable.
So now Jacques is really mad at us because we got knocked out, and yeah, he won't talk to us for pretty much the rest of the game. But, which I think is kind of unfair, but you know, whatever. Let's talk to
Thanks for
Dexter.
coming down. I've been wanting to talk to you. How's your head? Did you slip or what?
Well, let's just say someone must be trying to tell me to get a little more rest on this vacation. Anyway, I'm planning on making a speedy recovery.
It's just that when I found you out cold in the basement and hauled you back to your room, I noticed all this red dirt on your shoes. I'm just curious where it came from.
Mr. Egan, I confess, I found my way into the corridor that leads to the Queen's Tower. As you probably know, the dirt in that tunnel is very red. I hope you won't consider this trespassing.
Nope. If you must know, I'm impressed. Ezra Wickford set that secret door up so nobody would be able to find it. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with getting into that tower. Ezra told me that if I could get through the secret door, he'd take me up to see the Queen's Tower. Finally, I got into the tunnel, and when I came out with that red dirt all over me, he laughed. He was actually proud of me.
That's an amazing story, Mr. Egan. I'm glad you're not angry. I guess I'm just as curious as you once were.
I'd say you earned the right to check out the tower for yourself, but you gotta get through that gate, right? There's an old skeleton key in the maintenance shed. Now that the storm's passed, you can go out and get it. But be careful. It's still dead cold out there.
I don't want to press my luck with you, but I sure would like to see Ezra's private garden. Could you tell me how to find it?
It's nothing but wasteland out there. If you're bent on tromping around in the cold, go left when you get outside, away from the shed. Look for a wrought iron gate. You'll figure out the rest.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.